What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Thomas playing Tearlaments, a very powerful combo deck that's been on the rise lately. A lot of people picking it up. A fan favorite deck for sure. A lot of people do hate this deck. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I do really enjoy the fact that there are like random RNGs in it. I do like that. It makes it really enjoyable to watch as well. And on the right side here, we have another combo deck, Max on Mannadium. He's been playing this deck for a long time now, trying to operate it. He's actually helping us do the learning in one deck. So we are going to be trying to play Mannadium here, picking up the deck, trying to learn it a little bit. So he definitely is helping us. So huge shoutouts to Max. And before we dive in, over like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 5K here. Hope you hit that before the end of the year. But we do need your help. We are approaching the end of the year very soon here. It already being December, which is kind of crazy. Crazy how time flies. But we're going to be diving on in here with the Mannadium player choosing who's going to go first or second here. So she's going to go first here. Obviously, activating the planet to search for the Reichphobia or whatever it is, praying for Reichhardt. Then we can activate Palladium here. I've always been told this is the best one to search second or to activate second because you do not want to be able to remove it. The pop effect doesn't come up that often, especially turn 0. But having the opportunity to, be able to pop your Meek and then reborning it back is really nice. We're going to see the normal summon with the Room Heart, search out for the Meek, summon out the Meek, pop Meek with the Starfrost here, and then Meek's going to be summoning itself out, and then we're going to be, that's not true. We're going to summon out Barone. Barone's going to be popping the Meek here. And this is how you play under 5 summons. Get sitting with that Barone there. Then we're going to be activating the effect of Barone. Pop the Meek. Summon Meek back out with its effect as well as Calarium's effect. And then we're going to be going for an Astrolaud here. And that can go us into a Synchro 10 or 12 here, which is going to be the copy of the Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon can target Barone to tag out into the Despotter here. And then we're going to be linking away for the copy of the Lightheart. Then we can summon out the copy here of the Reichhardt, or whatever his name is. And let's just draw a card as well as search for the arrival here. Barone, or not Barone, but the Spatter being able to bring back out the Starfrost, it feels absolutely amazing. Also having that recursion by having another level, whatever it's called, or I guess the Visas name in the graveyard is pretty huge. We're going to be seeing them go for the copy of the Mannadium, whatever her name is, a Synchro that essentially reborns out a Meek. And then we can go for the Visas to search for the Counter Trap, link off into a copy of the Cross Sheep, bringing out the Vicious Astrolaud once again, summoning back out a Meek here. And then we can go for a copy of Apapalooza in that beautiful alternate rarity. I'm so glad I got an Ultra. We're going to see a set 1 and pass here. Interestingly, we have lots of cards left in hand here. They do have the Omni Negate, but having the copy of Barone as well as a Negate, and then the Apapalooza, as well as the whatever his name is, the Despotter here, having like 4 forms of interruption. We're going to be seeing a normal summon of the Rhino Heart here. So having all the versions of Rhino Heart, all the Visas in this minus Rise Heart here. And then we're going to be seeing the Apapalooza negate the Rhino Heart. And then we're going to see a Polymerization being activated here. Is this going to be baiting out the Barone? They have 4 cards left in hand. They're going to be Baroning negating it. Not wanting them to go for the Guardian Chimera here. Or, having the potential of having another tier card in name being sending it. To get that additional synchro or fusion effect, I should say. But it's going to be, looks like it's going to be good enough there to make our opponent scoop. And going into game 2 here, I don't really know if there's any kind of like breaking of those boards. This is what both of these decks do lack, that board breaking potential here. We do see some traps looking like they're going to be sighted in on the side of the Tearlaments. Like if you can set up your full board, you're just absolutely cooking here. But there is like that siding out potential that we can see here. Like we're most likely going to be siding out the reframe on the Mannadium side, and then we see them adding those traps into the side deck or from the side deck into the main deck here. You know, wanting to have those better mills or better sets. Like Crime is an insane card as well here. And we do see the King of the Swamps in the deck of the tier player. You know, with the poly builds, having a few different versions of the deck, which is nice. I do think the poly build is good, or maybe a little bit better, because it does give you access to like Grapha, like hard actual negates, which is very good, I think. You know, being able to go for Rukulos, and Rukulos is an amazing card. It's just crazy to me that people are just not playing that card because they're not playing the King of the Swamps. And like, yeah, it's kind of a, like, is it even considered a bad mill? Poly is still a crazy card itself. I mean, obviously Polymerization's a bad mill, but King of the Swamp is not that bad. Like, one King of the Swamp gets you into a Rukulos or a Garafa, which isn't a negate, and also triggers your stuff, which is pretty nice, I think. But we're going to be diving into Game 2 with Tyr going to be going first here. We do see a Droll and Lockbird as well as a Tribute Karma in the hand, which is not the greatest. We're going to see a normal summon of the Rhino Heart here. We also have Tear Cash in the hand. That's going to be able to just send here from the deck to the grave. Going to be sending a Tear Cash here. And they're going to activate the effect to mill 2 here off the Tear Cash. Wanting those random mills. And we do hit a Beast, which is going to be drawing an additional card here. I do not know what they drew. Maybe it was a copy of Planet. We're going to see a Tear Cash banishing the other Tear Cash and then milling. And we do hit a Sulik. And then Sulik will be able to add us here a copy of Shiren. So if we have another additional card in the hand, that'll be quite good. I wonder if they're playing the Winda build. They are going to activate the effect of the Shiren here, hitting the copy of the Shadal. And then that's going to be able to mill 2 more cards as well. Hitting a bunch of duds here. Kind of unfortunate. We do see a Magnemite hit the graveyard, as well as a Herald. Diviner, whatever you want to call it. We could go for a copy of Redoer here if we wanted to. Which we are going to be seeing, which will be able to trigger the Shiren there. It is very unfortunate that we drew the Tribute Karma, but then we're going to be seeing the Shiren effect can activate, putting back the Beast to go into a copy of the Winda here. This is a very outdated duel. I like to point that out. This is like recorded in October. And it's now like December. Didn't go to locals for a little bit there. I really wanted some tier content here. So shout out to Thomas for this duel. But yeah, going into Winda, which is pretty wild. And then they're going to be activating the effect of the Thrust here. Because the effect of Reader has been activated there. We're just going to let them search for the copy of Talent. And then Talents can take the... They're thinking like, oh, I can take the Winda, but do I take the Winda? They're going to take the copy here of Redoer, interestingly enough. Then you go Battle Phase, attack into the Winda. I mean, I suppose that definitely does do it. They're going to activate the Winda here. And they're like, are they going to activate the effect of the Redoer there? And they're like, do I get this back? That's actually a good question. I don't even know how that works. So we are going to be looking it up here. That's a cool interaction I've never thought before. If you take a Redoer, looking it up on the good old Reddit, I believe. So they will be able to, and they're going to take a second to read it. So it does go to his banished zone. They're going to set 3 cards here and pass. And then we're going to go the Heartbeat to try to pop. Or shuffle back it is, okay. And that's going to be discarding the Tribute Karma. So, only having having no cards left in their hand here. And us having 2 cards as well. And they're going to draw here. And they do get the Redoer. Okay, so the Redoer goes back to their side of the field because they are the owner of it. And they get to take the Reframing, keeping Reframing into your deck going second. Is there a reason why we do that? Maybe there is. Let me know in the comment section down below why you would keep that. We see a normal summon of a Keldo. Wow. Interestingly enough, that we're not activating the, like, I feel like you just go Tribute Karma there, go like add a Sulik, and then normal, or play the Sulik, normal summon the Kaleido, or the Keldo there, and then you get that mill 3 chance. I feel like you just definitely have to do that. We're going to see the Keldo going to activate its effects here. Putting back. Right? Not Sulik, my bad. Scream. You search for Scream and then you activate it. We're going to chain the Tribute Karma to search for the Pelourinho here. Then we're going to activate the Pelourinho, searching for the copy of Tier Cache. And then the Mannadium player is going to scoop it up there, realizing there's going to be way too much. And this is going to be going on to game 3 here. I mean, yeah, it is quite a bit. Like, these combo decks are just so crazy. It's also interesting that we haven't like seen really a battle phase at all. Like, both players have just been scooping before they even get to like starting to chip down the life points here, knowing that the combos are just so strong. But game 3 will be quite problematic. Like, we're going to be seeing Mannadium going first. Can get shut down completely by a Droll and Lockbird, which we know is now in the deck of the Tearlaments player here. Post side 100% going to be in there, but will they open it is a question. As well as like the copy of Nibiru here as well could be quite a bit of a problematic thing. I know a lot of the Mannadium players are now on the crossouts, so they can, have some way to combat a Nib or a Droll, but I wonder if we'll be able to see that, or if they'll be able to even draw it, right? That's the question. Can they draw it? I find when I play crossout, I draw the one. Like, if I put in one Nib, because it's not going to get into the matchup, I just don't want to get nibbed, I draw the Nib. But we are going to be moving on into the game 3 there. I mean, I guess that definitely makes sense. You can activate the tier, get the actual like search there, which is pretty nice. But it's also weird that we didn't like activate it first and then shuffle back, so that you get like a pop. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But we are going to be seeing the Mannadium player going to be going first here with a normal summon of Vistas Samara. And then we're going to be able to summon out the Meek because we control a Vistas. Activating the Obsession here. Popping the Meek. Searching for Caladium. And then Meek effect's going to activate here. Summoning out another Meek. And we do not see a Droll here, which is quite nice. This Meek is now a level 4. We could potentially see the... I know, we're going to go right for the copy of the Caladium here, which is going to search us for the Room Heart. And do we see an Imperm in the hand there? We're going to banish the Imaginings, or the Obsession here, to summon out the Room Heart. That's going to search for a Torrid, which I do know is now cut from his deck. He was testing out that one Torrid that day. But we're going to be seeing a Tier Cache going to be chained here. Banishing the Shiren. That's putting a lot of pressure here. But they hit the Agito. No way. And they can start milling 5. Is that double Visas? It is double Visas and a Rykard here. That is huge. And we see a Heartbeat, a Scream, and then the Trap. So we're going to be adding the Trap and then adding the Havness here, which will get us another mill. Pretty sure making our opponent, be like, okay, you just can't activate any monster effects or else I'm going to get an additional 3 cards. Hitting that double Visas is crazy. I think that definitely hurts the grind game. And having the Arrival in the graveyard as well is pretty good. They're pretty much, going into the Excel. And then that's going to be chained to the Havness here, pretty much forcing it out, having them to hit. And they do. They hit a Merly and a Rhino. That is crazy. If they do, and they have the extra Solic in the hand here to be able to discard off of it. So they're going to get all three. Well, they can't get all three effects because the Sharon is banished. I'm going to see them summon out the Rhino, and then it's going to be hitting, and we're going to see the Merly being shuffled back here. Shuffling back to go for the Rhino or the Kaleido Heart. Then we're going to see Kaleido Heart as well as Rhino, I believe. What are they going to be shuffling back is a question. Shuffling back the whatever it's called, the like Stardust, and then we're going to be seeing them dump the Havness, and then Havness will be able to put back King of the Swamp, going for the Grapha Fusion, I believe. Going for the Grapha Fusion here, which is going to be able to negate any monsters or normal spells and traps here. You know, putting up that crazy board turn 0, all off of one single copy of Tear Cache, getting rid of one of their most powerful cards, being Sharon. Then we're going to be seeing them go for the Vicious Astrolabe here, and then they're going to activate the effect, discarding or turning the effect of the Vicious into discard one card, which is going to be the Tribute Karma that they opened up in their hand here. And then we're going to see them go for a Cheng Ying here, which will be able to start banishing the field as well. We're going to be seeing a Scareclaw banish the Arrival to summon itself out. And then we're going to banish, and then we're going to chain the Tribute Karma to this. Searching for the Scream. And then we're going to be banishing the Agito as well as the Kaleido Heart. Why are we banishing those? I mean, I guess there is no other, good ones left in Grave. The Agito is a little bit of a weird one, but they don't want to be able to shuffle it back to get the more of those mills. We're going to be seeing some summoning here, going for that stuff. And there will be 3 monsters in defense position, so they will get that additional draw as well. And then we'll also get that pop here. We could pop a card. Probably popping the Grapha, getting rid of that thing right easy. So we see Mannadium picking apart that board. It's crazy they can pick apart so much by just doing their turn. And we're seeing the Rival summoning out the Visas here. And we didn't do the pop, though, which is interestingly enough. Going for Barone. Then we're going to see the effect summon out here, the Torrid. And then we're going to be able to pop the Grapha here finally. Then we're going to go for the copy of the... I still don't know that card's name. Then we're going to go for the Visas. The Visas is going to be searching for the Omni Negate, the reframing counter trap here. So still having that is going to be absolutely crazy. And they're like, what else do I know in your hand here? And they go for the Scream and the Solic. The Rhino Heart has activated in the graveyard, but the Tear Cache has not. We go for a Link 2, going for a Cross Sheep here. Then we can go for the Banishing once again here, going for the Visas Astrolabe. Then we're going to be popping as well as bringing back with the Cross Sheep, bringing back the Torrid here. We could go for another level 10 Synchro if we wanted to. Was there not a level 4 we could go for? I guess there's no level 4 tuners is the question. We can go for an Apapalooza for 3 once again. Then we're going to see a Talents to take the hand here. Getting rid of that planet. Oh, wow. And then just passing on this. They could have also, they couldn't have taken because they didn't have any zones. But leaving them on nothing. We just saw them pick apart that board with 2 Omni Negates as well as a Apapalooza left here. and leaving them with just a Tear Cache and then a Scream and a Trap card in the hand. That is huge. Getting rid of the Kaleido Heart and one of the Shrines, you know, they did it by themselves. But they drew into a copy of Tear Cache. That is absolutely insane. Is there a world where you let that Tear Cache resolve, banishing a card, and then you just banish one on the field and on the grave? I guess you don't really want that Scream to resolve, though. So they're going to set one and pass, turning the Tear Cache in defense position here. You know, we do know what that Trap is, and then we know what the last card in the hand is as well. Can we force a banish is the question. You're going to see them activate the Palladium here, which can let them search here for a Visas, the last one in the deck. They check, they're like, yeah, okay. Then we're going to see them normal summon out the Meek. They're going to chain Scream. They're going to chain Reframing to that. And they're going to activate the Scream. And they're going to chain the Reframing to shuffle back 3 here. Shuffling back 2 Meeks and then the Synchro. And then we're going to be seeing them summon out the copy here of the Tear Cache, which will let them mill here. And they're going to be negating that with the Apapalooza. They're going to chain the Silic. And then that's also going to be triggering the copy here of the Chenging to banish. But they know the Trap was going to let them add, but they already did have lost a Sharn. They could add a Havness, but they're pretty much going to be cooked here. I think they just scoop it up, realizing the game is lost. They're going to add a Havness. They're going to activate the pop, and then we're going to activate the effect in the graveyard here, as well as, you know, Meek can activate to Reborn out. The Baron's going to pop. And this is just game, no? They say draw your cards, and there's... Oh, they let them activate the effect here of the Tear Cache to mill those 2 extra cards, and they just scoop here, realizing they've milled nothing, and they have game on board. Well, we see, even though they try doing that, you know, that making that field, making that Graph of Fusion as well as Kaleido Heart, we saw Mannadium able to pick that up, turn 0 here, and turn around in their favor, which is absolutely incredible. This deck is insane. I cannot wait to play more of it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.